Hey everybody, it's Mel from the casting room. Stop making this #1 mistake in your self-tape auditions. Pausing for the other character when you don't have a physical reader in the room. What I mean by that is a lot of actors have reached out to me lately and said, hey, I can't get a physical person in the room. It's hard for me to find somebody on Zoom to read with me. So is it okay to pause when for the other character's lines and just read my lines? No, don't do that. Please do not do that. Why? Because every scene is a story. And when you pause, it doesn't tell the full story. We don't get how you feel about what the other character is saying to you, right? We don't get your opinion about that. It takes away the context of the scene for me. It also tends to make the energy go. And another thing is I can see when somebody is pausing and waiting until they think the right timing is. The timing is, every scene is musical. So the timing is just off in the scene and it just feels very clunky and it doesn't put you in your best light. My intention for you is to send in a really killer self-tape every time. And if you're somebody who thinks that it's okay to pause because you don't have a reader, I'm here to tell you that that's not going to give you the best self-tape audition. I want you to feel really confident about your self-tape auditions. So I suggest that either you ask a family member, ask a friend, ask maybe, your roommate, you could ask your partner, you could reach out to somebody in your acting community and say, hey, listen, could you, read with me over Zoom or over FaceTime for my audition? A lot of actors say, oh gosh, Mel, I hate having to reach out to people. It makes me feel so uncomfortable. I feel really guilty because I know I'm taking up their time, especially if they're not an actor. Focus on the end result. And the end result that you want is a killer self-tape that you feel confident about, that puts you in your best light, where you feel like you're shining, where once you send that in, you're like, yes, great, I feel so good about that self-tape. After all, your job is to book the room, right? You don't have control over whether you book the job, but sending in a professional tape definitely puts you in the running. So I want to put you in the running every time as best as possible. And that means getting over your fear of asking somebody to read with you, getting past your guilt of, having to have somebody be there with you for a half hour going take after take. I want to help you, jump over that obstacle. And the best way to do that is to just ask. It's really easy for somebody to say yes. And guess what? If you're asking another actor, then, maybe you could do a trade. Hey, if you read for me for this, I'll make myself available for you when you have your next self-tape audition. That's what community is about. All right, so if you have any more questions, please, you can let me know here. I'm happy to do a video to answer the question. You could also join our private Facebook group if you haven't already, or reach out to our office, info@melmackactingstudio.com. I'll see you soon.